Welcome back to another Gen 1 solo Pokemon video. Today we're continuing our series with the legendary birds, this time with Zapdos. If you haven't seen my previous video, there's a link in the description below. Zapdos wins at having one of the most unique and coolest designs for Gen 1 Pokemon, while also having the worst back sprite. I mean, it looks like Big Bird during his punk phase. Like the other legendary birds, Zapdos starts out with a flying move and a special move of its type. While Thundershock is fine, Drill Peck is amazing, base 80 power and 20 power points. This makes Zapdos a dominant force right out of the gate. As with the other legendary birds, Zapdos' stats are amazing, and 100 base speed makes him the fastest out of the three. However, its coverage is not great. Any rock ground type Pokemon and their trainers are sure to give us some issues. As always, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel to be notified about new content. We're making a push to get to 500 subscribers, and you can help make that happen. Here are my rules for the playthrough, which I'll also leave in the description. Now let's go ahead and get started. I decide to battle the optional rival encounter as we did with Popsicle. I have not battled anything since the initial rival fight, so Shock is still at level 5. Pidgey outspeeds and uses Sand Attack. Thundershock misses and Pidgey gets off a Gust, doing a third of our health and damage. Thundershock hits, but it only does about 2/3. And oh, we are actually speed tied with Pidgey, so another Thundershock knocks it out. Charmander is next, and Drill Peck misses while Scratch does 4 damage. Drill Peck hits next turn, and it looks to be doing about half. Another Drill Peck, and Charmander holds on at 1 HP. Scratch isn't keeping up with our damage, and a final Drill Peck knocks it out. Since Brock's Pokemon are resistant to Drill Peck and immune to Thundershock, I opt to battle a few optional trainers on our way to Pewter City. At level 9, we make our first attempt at Brock. He opens with Geodude, and Shock uses Drill Peck. Oh yeah, that's not enough damage. Geodude uses Defense Curl, and we're going to run out of power points. Back to training. At level 10, I make another attempt. This time Drill Peck is doing a bit more damage, and our crits are really showing off. We managed to knock out the Geodude with 30 hit points remaining. Against the Onix, we get another crit, but that's not doing nearly as much as I had hoped. It uses Bide, so we spam Thundershock to negate the damage. We do appear to be making progress against the Onix. However, it's getting Screeches off to lower our defense, so another Tackle is doing more damage to us. I'm hoping for another Bide, but no, we get another Tackle. Shock holds on at 1 HP. Drill Peck knocks out the giant rock snake. I cannot believe we survived. After healing at the Pokemon Center, we head towards Mount Moon. We catch a Pidgey after several failed attempts, pick up the rare candy and the Helix fossil. Once in Cerulean, we grab another rare candy behind the house and face Rival 2. At level 16, Shock is able to outspeed the level 18 Pidgeotto. Thundershock brings it down to low health. Good to see it goes for Gust instead of Sand Attack. Next turn, Pidgeotto uses Quick Attack for more chip damage, and Thundershock knocks it out. Abra cannot do anything to us, and Drill Peck one-shots it. Drill Peck also one-hit KOs the Rattata, and now it's time for Charmander. Drill Peck brings it down to low health, and Charmander uses Leer. So long, Rival 2. I decide to heal before heading up Nugget Bridge, and since I'm here, I might as well battle Misty. Staruse first, and Thundershock deals 3/4 damage to it. Water Gun does a whole 8 damage to Shock, and we move on. Starmie comes out, and it outspeeds. It uses Tackle, dealing 7 damage, and Thundershock looks to be a 3-hit KO. Water Gun brings us down to half, but another Thundershock lands, bringing it into range. Starmie gets a crit from Tackle, bringing us down to a 1/3 health, but that's not enough to keep up with our damage. Honestly, I did not expect Misty to do so well against Shock, but we have the Cascade badge, time to go to Bill's house. I don't know about you, but I've always suspected that the rival shoved Bill into the gene splicing machine and turned him into a Pokemon. It's very suspicious you need to clean up someplace after he leaves. We grab the SSN ticket from Bill and head our way to Vermilion City. Unfortunately, we did not encounter a Paris in Mount Moon, so we are unable to use the TM for Dig for massive property damage. We grab an Oddish as a cut mule, and we board the SSN. Shock also cannot learn Body Slam, but we do pick up the TM for Rest and another rare candy. Time for Rival 3. Thundershock one-shots the Pidgeotto, and Drill Peck knocks out the Raticate. It also one-shots the Kadabra. I don't think that crit mattered though. In Charmeleon, well, we get a Gen 1 miss, 1 out of 256 chance of that happening. Fortunately, Scratch does next to nothing, and Drill Peck brings it down to critical health. It goes for Growl, which again is meaningless, and a Thundershock knocks it out. After curing the obvious food poisoning our rival gave to the captain, we get the HM for Cut, and disembark the SSN. We enter the gym and play Trash Whack-A-Mole. Time for Lieutenant Search. Voltorb is first, and Drill Peck does about half. It goes for Tackle, which does next to nothing. Another Drill Peck, and a crit! Voltorb is knocked out. Pikachu is next, and another crit! Finally, we're up against Raichu. Another Drill Peck, and a 3rd crit! That 100 base speed is really pulling its weight. Lieutenant Surge uses X speed and Raichu is now outspeeding. Lieutenant Surge gets a Gen 1 miss with Thundershock and Raichu is at critical health. Thundershock does minimal damage to us, but our Thundershock knocks out the Raichu. Now we have the Thunder Badge and more importantly the TM for Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt has a base 95 power, more than double Thundershock, while still maintaining the 100% accuracy. We grab the bike voucher from the fan club and we'll let their house remain this time. We grab the bike, restore our power points, and head towards Rock Tunnel, which I'm a little concerned about. There are several Hykros in the cave, and a number of them like to self-destruct their rock Pokemon. Shock's only damaging move against them is Drill Peck, which they are resistant towards, and Shock is not exactly bulky, so this could get dicey. The first hiker we come across has a single Geodude. We attempt to knock it out as quickly as possible with Drill Peck. However, it lands a Rock Throw, 65% accurate by the way, and does a chunk of damage. It then stalls with Defense Curl before using Self-Destruct at a quarter health, knocking us all the way down to 25 HP. Ugh. I forgot to restock on Super Potions, but decided to wing it. I forgot there was another mandatory hiker, and this time with Geodude and a Graveler. This time Rock Throw misses, and Geodude succumbs to Drill Peck. However, Graveler comes out and immediately self-destructs. Oh, this is gonna take a bit. I pick up some potions in the Cerulean and return to Rock Tunnel. I decide to avoid the first hiker and face the second one with a Machop and an Onix. Machop goes down quick to Drill Peck, but Onix does land a Rock Throw. However, we're able to knock it out. The mandatory hiker is up next. Geodude lands another Rock Throw and self-destructs, dropping us down to 16 hit points. Graveler comes out and again immediately to self-destructs. Come on! Third attempt. We face off against the original hiker, whose Geodude self-destructs. We turn back to heal and then battle the next mandatory hiker. Geodude comes out and immediately self-destructs. We have 68 hit points. Graveler comes out and it uses Tackle. Okay, much better. Drill Peck and another Tackle. Good. Do we get a crit? No. But we get another Tackle. Nice. We did it. We're through the second mandatory hiker, only one left. So here we go. Can we do it? Geodude is first and misses with Rock Throw and uses Defense Curl, but 3 Drill Pecks knock it out. Second Geodude comes out and it uses Self-Destruct. Ugh. We're down to 51 HP. Finally the Graveler and Rock Throw crits, bringing us down to 4. Ugh. Luckily Drill Peck crits and brings Graveler down to critical health. Please, no Self-Destruct. It goes through Rock Throw, yes, and misses. We've made it past the hardest trainer. We can move on the aptly named Rock Tunnel. We heal up at Lavender Town and make our way to Celadon City. I grab a water for the guards and a Pokédoll for the Mimic. I also purchase 2 calciums to boost our special. Then I grab the HM for Fly and teach it to Pidgey. Now time to battle Erika. All of her Pokemon resist electric type moves, but Drill Peck should be more than enough. Victory Bell is first and Drill Peck one-shots it. Tangela is a bit more bulky, but not enough for Drill Peck. Finally, Vileplume hangs on with a sliver of health. However, Mega Drain only does 5 damage to us, so another Drill Peck knocks it out. With Erika out of the way, the only thing left to do is Underground Hideout. Now normally we would be making fun of Giovanni, but he specializes in ground-type Pokemon, which could easily stall us out. So, will Giovanni finally provide a threatening presence? Let's find out. Onix is up first, and Drill Peck crits, dropping the Rock Snake down to half. Rock Throw misses, and that's a good start. Another Drill Peck brings Onix into range, but Rock Throw hits. No, it crits! Another Drill Peck knocks it out. Rhyhorn is next, and Drill Peck looks to be a 3-hit KO. Horn Attack does minimal damage. Another Drill Peck brings it into range, and it's finally knocked out. Finally, King is gone, which is his only non-ground type. Shock uses Thunderbolt and one-shots it. Okay, good job, Shock. Since we don't have Dig, we cannot reduce the underground hideout to rubble, so we battle the final 2 grunts and leave. After healing, we fly back to Lavender Town to face Rival 4. Pidgeotto's up first and gets one-shot by Thunderbolt. Execute goes down to Drill Peck, and Gyarados to another Thunderbolt. Kadabra has poor defenses and is easily taken out by Drill Peck. Finally, Charmeleon seems to be extremely lucky because we got another Gen 1 miss against him, which is 0.4% chance each time. Though of course he goes for Leer, and a second Thunderbolt connects and one-shots. Then Shock puts on his Proton Pack, clears out the ghosts, and we are rewarded with a Pokeflute. We immediately head over to Silph Co. We grab the keycard from the grunt, and now it's time to face Rival 5. In a few in-game minutes, he has managed to make staggering progress with his Pokemon. But will it be enough? Let's find out. Pidgeot is first, it uses Quick Attack, but Thunderbolt knocks it out. Execute is next, and Drill Peck does not one-shot it. It uses Leech Seed. As long as we continue one-shotting his Pokemon, that shouldn't matter. Gyarados is next, and 4 times super effective Thunderbolt knocks it out. Alakazam comes out, Shock outspeeds, and Drill Peck one-shots. Nice! Finally Charizard. It gains the Flying type, and seems to have lost its ridiculous luck. Thunderbolt crits, one-shot KOs, a solid showing from Shock. We gladly take the Lapras to become our Surf and Strength Mule. It's time to face Giovanni again. Nidorino is up first, and thankfully does not have ground typing yet. Thunderbolt one shot. Ooh, no. Nidorino holds on to with 1 HP and uses Fury Attack. Well, after that we can move on to Kangaskhan, who cooperates and does get one shot by Thunderbolt. With Rhyhorn, we are forced to switch to Drillpeck. This is looking like a 5-hit KO. Tail Whip actually triggers the badge boost glitch, which does raise our attack, so Drillpeck turns into a 4-hit KO. Finally, we're up against Nidoqueen. Drillpeck is doing less than half, and Body Slam drops us down to 24 health. Can we get a crit against Nidoqueen? No. Please, anything but another Body Slam. Poison Sting is fine. Shock survives at 9 health. Wow. We first try Giovanni too. After such a close battle, it's time for Sabrina. Our special is decently high, and all of our Pokemon are frail to physical moves like Drill Peck. Kadabra is out first, Shock outspeeds, and Drill Peck one-shots it. Mr. Mime is next, and we get a crit Drill Peck, knocking it out. Venomoth's bug typing makes it susceptible to Drill Peck, and it's also one-shot. Finally, Alakazam, and it outspeeds. Psybeam does about a third to us, and Drill Peck brings it down to low health. Another Psybeam does a chunk, but we're able to knock it out with Drill Peck. Sabrina's down for the count. Now we can move on to Fuchsia City. In the Safari Zone, we gather the HM for Surf and the Gold Teeth that we can trade for Strength. Time to battle Koga. We're both neutral against each other, but Self-Destruct has been a hurdle this run, and if Koga gets any X attacks off, we're in trouble. So will this ninja take us out? Coughing number 1 comes out, and Thunderbolt is an easy one-shot. Buck survives the Thunderbolt and uses Sludge. Luckily, we're not poisoned, and another Thunderbolt knocks it out. Coughing number 2 is the same as the first, and now we're up against Wheezing. Thunderbolt lands and does over half. It goes for Toxic. Yes, we win. Another Thunderbolt knocks it out. After we hand over the Gold Teeth for Strength and pick up the rare candy, it's time to surf to Cinnabar Island to face Blaine. And the thing is, fire types are not that good in Generation 1, so after 5 quizzes of questionable answers, it's time to face Blaine. Growlithe is first, and a critical Thunderbolt knocks it out. Ponyta's abysmal special means it's also knocked out by Thunderbolt. Rapidash survives, but triggers a retroactive Super Potion, and it faints next turn. Finally, Arcanine, who is a decent Pokemon, but Thunderbolt does over half. Takedown does almost nothing, and we knock it out next turn. So yeah, that's Blaine. Fortunately, where Blaine was super easy, Giovanni is rather scary. All of his Pokemon are immune to our Thunderbolt, and both Rhyhorn and Rhydon resist Drill Peck, so this could be a battle of attrition. So how well are we going to do against Giovanni? Let's find out. Rhyhorn is up first, and I immediately realized I made a mistake by not going back to the Pokemon Center to store our power points. With 12 Drill Pecks left, Shock begins the pecking order. Horndrill can't do anything to us because we're faster. In ever the criminal mastermind, Giovanni tries Scart's back. Eventually he begins to use Fury Attack, but 6 Drill Pecks knock it out. Yeah, we're not going to have enough, but I wanted to see how far we can get. Dugtrio gets one shot by Drill Peck, but Nidoqueen survives a crit. It uses Poison Sting, which does nothing, and a second Drill Peck knocks it out. Nidoking goes down to 3 Drill Pecks, but we've run out of power points against Giovanni's ace. It's hard to say if another 8 Drill Pecks will be enough to knock it out, so I decide to finally replace Thundershock with Takedown as a contingency. Second attempt, now we have full power points. Rhyhorn still goes down with 6 Drill Pecks. However, this time, Giovanni is being more aggressive and takes a chunk out of our health as well. Dugtrio still goes down in 1 hit, and we're able to get another crit against Nidoqueen. It uses Scratch, doing minimal damage, and another Drill Peck knocks it out. Nidoking continues the offensive with Horn Attack and Tackle, bringing Shock down to 44 health before 3 Drill Pecks knock it out. And finally, Giovanni's ace, Rhydon. We have 8 Drill Pecks and 44 health remaining. Can we do it? Drill Peck number 1 is a crit. Rhydon uses Horn Drill, that's a good start. Drill Peck number 2, another crit, let's go! And Giovanni counters with Guard Spec, nice. Drill Peck number 3 hits, and Rhydon is now down to half. Rhydon uses Tail Whip, which is a double-edged sword. Now we have a boost to our attack, however our defense is lowered and we don't have much health left. Drill Peck number 4, another Horn Drill. Drill Peck number 5, another Horn Drill. Keep it up, Giovanni. Drill Peck number 6, Tail Whip misses, and Drill Peck number 7, crit. Rhydon is knocked out. We've completed the 8 gym badges. Let's go. Despite the hurdle and rock tunnel, Shock is doing quite well. However, the late game always changes everything, so let's see how we do against Rival 6. Pidgeotta's first and is immediately one-shot by Thunderbolt. We don't have a good answer for Rhyhorn, so 3 Drill Pecks eventually knock it out. But the champion's Rhydon could be an issue. Execute comes out, and another Jun 1 miss with Drill Peck. Luckily, the Coconut Squad sets up Solar Beam, and we knock it out next turn. Gyarados takes a 4-time super effective Thunderbolt. Out comes Alakazam. Drill Peck no longer one-shots it. Psychic takes out a good chunk of damage from our health, but fortunately no special drop. Charizard is last, and Thunderbolt knocks it out easy. Okay, so we're gonna have to prepare for the Rhydon and Alakazam as we're battling the Elite Four. As always, here are my rules. In order to win, I must defeat all the members plus the champion in straight shot. No saving between fights. I also picked up several rare candies, but I'm going to save them until we hit a hard wall. In preparation, I also replaced Thunder Wave with Mimic. So how will Shock perform at level 46? Let's find out. Lorelei is up first and we have a type advantage. Dugong comes out and Thunderbolt brings the troll to critical health. Luckily this triggers a reflective super potion from Lorelei and a follow-up Thunderbolt knocks it out. Cloyster's special is pretty bad, so a Thunderbolt has no problem knocking it out. Slowbro is next and it survives with critical health. It goes for a withdraw, raising its defense, so it faints to another Thunderbolt. Shock levels up to 47 and out comes Jinx. Since it's ice type and mediocre defense, I go for Drill Peck and it gets one shot. I'm not sure if that crit mattered. Finally, Lapras. Thunderbolt does 2/3 and then responds with Blizzard, also doing 2/3 to us. Oof. However, we don't get frozen and we're able to knock it out next turn. It's usually at this time that we mock Bruno, and while he's still terrible, he lives up to his name as a hiker, who have been giving us trouble all run. His Onix can be a problem. Both of them know Rock Throw and are resistant to Drill Peck, the only move that we can use against them. Will Bruno live up to his hiker name, or will we have to come up with a worse adjective for him? First Onix comes out and Drill Peck crits, doing a chunk of damage. However, Bruno uses an X defend and this is going to be a long road. Another Drill Peck is barely chipping away and Onix stalls even more with Harden. Ugh. A third Drill Peck and Onix uses Rage. Now normally Rage is a terrible move. It has 20 base power and increases the user's attack each time the user gets hit. The problem is, Onix has +2 defense and over half of its health left, and we're barely chipping away at it as it is. There's nothing we can do besides hope crits. After several Drill Pecks, we finally get a crit, chunking the giant rock snake. We are eventually able to knock it out with 97 hit points remaining. Hitmonchan is immediately one-shot by Drill Peck, and now comes Hitmonlee. I opt to mimic High Jump Kick in order to battle the second Onix, before one-hit KOing with Drill Peck. The second Onix comes out, and High Jump Kick does about a third. Bruno responds with X Defend, of course, and now I take 4 High Jump Kicks. Onix uses Slam, and oh geez, a crit. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Another High Jump Kick lands, and Slam knocks 20 hit points off. One final High Jump Kick, and we're past the second Onix. Time for Machamp. Do it, Chalk. Critical hit Drill Peck. Let's go. Time for a new degrading name, Bruno. Agatha is next, and this could go either way. Shock will likely outspeed, but we don't have any super effective moves against them, so Thunderbolt is likely going to have to do all the work. Hi, Futuroso here. After watching the footage, I realized that I must have thought Drill Peck was normal type, which would have been a much better option against her ghosts. Their defense is paltry compared to their special and would have likely one-shot them, something to keep in mind for next time. Gengar number 1 is first. Shock outspeeds and uses Thunderbolt. It does less than half. And Nightshade does a chunk to us. I decided it would be best to mimic Hypnosis, and oh no, I've forgotten Elixir. Great. Gengar uses Confuse Ray, and Shock hurts itself in Confusion, twice. Agatha withdraws Gengar and sends out Golbat. Shock focuses, and a single Thunderbolt knocks it out. The first Gengar comes back out, and I try Hypnosis. Misses. And another Nightshade brings us down to 17 hit points. Shock snaps out of Confusion, and Hypnosis finally lands. 2 more Thunderbolts, and we knock it out. Haunter comes out, and Thunderbolt takes it below half. Agatha retroactively withdraws Haunter to send out Arbok. Thunderbolt does 2/3 to it and responds with Screech, which is fine. It actually boosts our special. Thunderbolt knocks it out, and then the Haunter. Finally, Agatha's Ace Gengar. Can we put it to sleep? Yes! It falls asleep. Thunderbolt does 1/3. It's still asleep. We've won. Another Thunderbolt, but it wakes up too late. We beat Agatha first try. Lance is a mixed bag. His dragons resist electric moves, but I have a plan, so let's see how we do. Gyarados is first and 4 times weak against electricity, so Thunderbolt knocks it out handily. Shock levels up to 50, that's great news. Now we can mimic agility from the first Dragonair and begin setting up. Dragonair uses Slam and 2 Dragon Rages, so now we're down to 66 health after we set up. Now we can sweep, or not. Thunderbolt does half to it. Luckily it uses agility, so we're able to knock it out next turn. Dragonair number 2 is the same as the first. Aerodactyl is next, and with 3 agilities, we outspeed. Thunderbolt does super effective damage, and we one-shot. Let's go! Finally Dragonite, who has flying typing, so Thunderbolt will do neutral damage to it. It does over half. As long as it doesn't use Hyper Beam, Slam is good. We first try Lance, we're on to the champion. Shock is doing great. We have 1 fight left. Can we do a clean sweep? Let's find out. Pidgeot is first, and Thunderbolt one-hit KOs. Alakazam is next. It outspeeds and uses Recover. Nice. Drill Peck takes it down to low health. Next turn it uses Psychic, and it crits. Oh, that hurt. Drill Peck knocks it out, and now we're up against Rhydon. Here's my plan. We don't have any good moves for it, but we can mimic one. Enter Horn Drill, which has a 30% chance of one-hit KO. Fury Attack takes us down to 20 hit points. Can we do this? Horn Drill number 1, miss. Horn Drill number 2, miss. Horn Drill number 3, miss. And Leer hits. Horn Drill number 4, miss. Come on. Orange drill number 5. We just need a hit. Ugh, another miss. Orange drill number 6. Come on. Orange drill number 7. We only have 3 left. Ugh. Orange drill number 8. Just work once. What is this? Orange drill number 9. Our last one. Come on. And to rub salt into the wound, Fury Attack lands and knocks us out. Yeah, that was some bad luck. I know it has a 30% chance to hit, but that was 9 horn drill attempts. Next attempt, and Lorelei gives us trouble. Dugong gets off Aurora Beam, and Jinx chunks us with Ice Punch, sending us to Lapras with low health. Unfortunately, we're unable to survive a blizzard, and we have to reset. Next attempt, we mimic Amnesia from Slowbro, we set up 3, and we can one-shot the Lapras. Hard to say if that crit mattered. Next is Janitor Bruno. We clear through the Onix just fine, and mimic Ice Punch. Dropek clears both Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, and Ice Punch one-shots the Onix. Machamp comes out, Janitor Bruno responds to Dropek with X-Defend, and we knock him out. We got pretty lucky against Agatha last time, so hopefully our luck continues. We immediately mimic Hypnosis, and Gengar uses Confuse Ray. Shock hurts itself as Confusion, but gets a Hypnosis off next turn. However, Gengar immediately wakes up and gets a Hypnosis off, and Dream Eater. We're down to 5 HP by the time we can react. Agatha withdraws the Gengar, and we're able to knock out the Golbat. Hypnosis misses against Gengar, and we're knocked out. Next attempt, and Bruno's Onix lands Rock Throw 3 times. And a Mega Punch knocks us out. Really? Another attempt, and Shock hurts itself in Confusion 4 times in a row against the first Gengar. Or Onix will get a critical strike with Rock Throw, and Rage damage actually stacks up, and we're knocked out by Thunder Punch. I know this is possible to do at level 46, but I'm getting a little annoyed now. So 3 rare candies, here we go, let's try at level 49. Lorelei we have down consistently. With +6 special, Lapras is one-shot by Thunderbolt. At level 50, Dropek is doing substantially more damage to Bruno's Onix. We're able to knock it out with 130 hit points remaining. We mimic Ice Punch from Hitmonchan and sweep the rest of his team. Way to Bruno. Now for Agatha. I decide that Hypnosis is too risky and just spam Thunderbolt. It looks to be a 3-hit KO, a lucky crit knocks it out second turn. We skip Learning Thunder and one-shot the Golbat. Haunter is next, and we get another crit, let's go! Arbok gets chunked, but it goes for Acid, doing minimal damage. Finally, Agatha's Ace Gengar. It uses Toxic, which we can deal with. It goes for Nightshade, but it can't keep up with our damage. We knock it out, and it's time for Lance. Gyarados is an easy one-shot with Thunderbolt. Dragonair comes out, and we haven't leveled up yet. We use Thunderbolt and get a Paralyze. Nice! Dropek crits, and that's 2 Pokemon down at full health. We still don't level up, which is a little problematic. We need to outspeed the Aerodactyl, so I mimic Agility. We set up 3 Agilities and knock out Dragonair number 2. Good, we haven't leveled up yet. Aerodactyl comes out, and Thunderbolt one-shots. Then Dragonite comes out, and we do get an unlucky crit. Luckily it uses Barrier, which is meaningless, and we knock it out next turn. And we level up, okay. Alright, so here we go. Same strat as before. Will Horn Drill cooperate this time? Pidgeot is first, and again one-shot by Thunderbolt. Alakazam comes out, and we outspeed this time. Thunderbolt drops it to low health, and it uses Psychic. Oh, and we have a special drop? No! Dropek finishes it off, and now it's time for Rhydon. We mimic Horn Drill. Here we go. Horn Drill number 1, miss. And it uses Tail Whip. Horn Drill number 2, it hits! Rhydon's down. Let's go. Executor is next, and we don't one-shot it. It uses Stomp, and we're down to 46 hit points. Peck knocks it out next turn, and we level up to 54. Gyarados is next. Does Thunderbolt still one-shot? Yes, it does! Finally, Charizard. Will the special drop matter? Oh, it survives on a 3rd HP. Please, no Flamethrower. It goes for Rage! Yes, we win! Shock is the champion at level 54. Wow, Shock completely flew through this game. In fact, both Articuno and Zapdos were neck and neck all the way up until Lorelei. It's unfortunate that Shock didn't clean sweep through the Elite Four, but it still has a respectable time. And let me know in the comments what you thought about this run and what I could have done better, or which Pokemon you would like to see next. Stay tuned for our next video where we finish off the legendary birds with Moltres. Is he really still the worst out of the 3? If you enjoy these videos, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to be notified about new content. My name's Oso, and thanks for watching.